Hi, this is Cathy English. I'm curator of Revelstoke Museum Archives, and today I'm going to show you a little bit about one of our artifacts, the cook stove that most families would have had in their homes to cook their meal. And of course, this is a stove that would have been powered by wood or coal. And in order to cook your meal, you'd get a fire started in here. There's a spot there to put the wood or coal and get a nice roaring fire going in there. There's this little handle here that you turn, and there's a grate inside, and when you turn that, it flips the grate over, so any ash or residual wood that's still there would go down below. And from there, there's a little coal bin, and that would be or wood bin, ash bin, and that would be emptied every now and then. You can see this is a beautiful piece. This is a souvenir brand, and it's very practical, of course, so you can cook your meals on it, but it's also very ornate. A lot of the early household pieces have a lot of decorative work on them. This is quite a nice one. One of the other features of the stove, you can see there's the metal elements here, and you'd have this handle, and you could put the handle into the element and lift them. So on this one, there's 3 different sizes of elements, so you could adjust the rings according to the size of your pot, and use this handle so that you didn't burn your hands moving the element rings out. Another really neat artifact that we have on the stove is a waffle iron. This is one of my favorite artifacts. I think it's just brilliant. So you open up the iron, and you can see there's the waffle grid in there. So you pour your batter into the iron, and this would be sitting on this ring, sitting on top of the element. And then you'd put your waffle pan in here, and it's got a little spot where it just sits perfectly. So you pour your batter in, cook it on one side, get it nice and golden brown, and then lift this handle and flip it over like that and cook the other side. Perfect waffles. Another artifact that we have on the stove is this iron. It's called a sad iron. And of course there were no electric irons then, so in order to heat your iron, you'd keep it on the stove. The great thing about this particular style is it has a removable handle. So you could have 2 or 3 of these sitting on your stove, keeping warm, and when you're using one iron and it gets cold, you just take the handle off of it and put it on your next warm iron and keep ironing. Got a nice kettle on here. You can see there's a couple of little stands here that can move down in order to put things. You could keep your kettle warm on there, or other items. Up here you can see where the nameplate is, but there's a little handle there too. And I lift that up, you get a warming oven. So if there's things that you've finished cooking but you want them to keep warm, just sit them in there. And then there's also a little flue here where you can adjust the smoke and the flame. So there we have it, this lovely artifact that before the days of electric or gas ovens, this is how you'd be cooking your dinner. Thanks for joining us today.